Should I use organic or synthetic fertilizers? When crops are harvested, the soil loses valuable nutrients. Without fertilizers, it can take so many years for topsoil to regain the proper amount of nutrients needed to be productive. This is where fertilizers come in. However, an oversaturated or improper application of fertilizers can cause soil degradation and serious environmental implications. What you need to know: planning which fertilizer to use is key depending on the season. Proper planning will allow greater yields, slower release of nutrients, and minimal agricultural runoff. But before you decide which fertilizer works best, let's first look at each, starting with synthetic or conventional fertilizers. Synthetic fertilizers are designed to provide crops with the nutrients that they need. They offer readily available nutrients that plants can quickly absorb through their roots, making them more efficient and requiring small volumes compared to the organic alternatives. On the downside, synthetic fertilizers tend to be quite expensive, especially for small-scale farmers. And also, when synthetic fertilizers are not applied well, they can easily oversaturate soil with nutrients, causing agricultural runoff and groundwater contamination, as the plants cannot filter all the nutrients. However, when applied in proper quantities, synthetic nutrients will achieve predictable results and foster strong and vigorous plants. When you are using synthetic fertilizers, integrate crop rotation. Different plants uptake different nutrients. Therefore, crop rotation prevents the soil from being depleted of all its nutrients. Now that you know about synthetic fertilizers, let's also look at the organic fertilizers. Organic fertilizers improve the soil's health and condition, which increases the fertility. They are more environmental friendly and good for climate. Organic fertilizers are produced entirely of natural raw materials of plant or animal origin, mostly based on manure of compost. The nutrients in organic fertilizers include nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. They are released when soil organisms such as beneficial bacteria and fungi break down the fertilizer pellets. These microorganisms found in the soil are also called soil life. Royal Brickman did a great job in breaking down the advantages of using organic fertilizers. Let me share these with you. 1. The use of natural fertilizers leads to an increase of microbiologic activity in the soil. Organic fertilizers are broken down by organisms in humic acid and amino acid. During this process, oxygen is needed and the air is drawn, making the soil structure lighter. Due to the combination, a rich, healthy soil with a good biodiversity is created. Because of this, the plant gets enough nutrients and humidity from the soil, resulting in a healthy crop with high resistance to diseases and pests. Number 2, organic fertilizers are broken down for 2 reasons. The first is to improve the core structure of the soil. The second is to increase its ability to hold water and important nutrients for a longer period. Over time, the regular and proper use of these natural fertilizers can result in healthy and stronger crops. In addition, unlike synthetic fertilizers that only provide primary nutrients to the crop, organic fertilizers also contain adequate levels of micronutrients such as calcium, magnesium, zinc, sulfur, and copper. And number 3, another advantage of organic fertilizers is that the nutrients, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, are supplied more gradually compared to chemical fertilizers. This is because organic fertilizers only release nutrients when bacteria breaks down the fertilizer pellets. A longer availability of the nutrients can be seen as a result of this, which brings a lower risk of leaching and burning of the roots, which could easily happen with excessive amounts of chemical fertilizers. Number 4, organic fertilizers are less concentrated than the synthetic fertilizers and are therefore much safer to use. Organic fertilizers are ecological, environmentally friendly, and non-toxic in nature, making them the best fertilizers for plants and crops in greenhouse farming. Their regular use does not lead to pollution and contributes to a better future. Number 5. Quite easy to use. In addition to being harmless, organic fertilizers are also extremely user-friendly. Thus, you do not need to use any protective clothing or gadgets for these natural products the way you would need when using the synthetic products or fertilizers. Now that you know about both the synthetic and the organic fertilizers, you can choose which one is best for your crops.